Well, good morning. I'm glad you made it. Otherwise, this would be really weird. What I've got today, it may be solely for me. Todd did that a few weeks ago, and I thought that'd be good. God gave me this dream a while back, and I couldn't get away from it. And then when Todd asked me to speak, I worked and tried to figure out, and I prayed and tried to figure out what was it that God was wanting me to share. And this dream kept coming back, and I couldn't get away from it. And I fought until I think Tuesday or Wednesday morning. I guess it was Wednesday morning. I finally gave up and decided I would share with you this dream and what God's been showing me. And we've been in this story or this series called The Story of Us, and it relates. It relates. And but honestly, I've been scared to death of this message. I guess because mainly it's about me and not about anybody else really. But I feel like there's other people that may relate to the same thing, and maybe it will give some insight or give you a vision also of what God's really saying here. So anyway, obviously I have two wine glasses and what appears to be wine. It's the good wine. It's the cran grape or whatever from. But anyway, you'll get the picture. But anyway, all right. So I guess the message starts. Okay, in Genesis, there's this story about this man and this woman named Adam and Eve, and in this story, I feel like there's so much going on. And there's a story, there's like this man and this woman in this garden, and God has given them this life. And it's a life where everything is provided, everything is there. It's this garden of perfect peace and this perfect life. But in this garden, something takes place. Eve bought into something. Have you ever bought into something? Have you ever bought into something and later on you think, what in the heck did I get myself into? What happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever bought into a lie, a scheme, or something, and you just realize, man, what did I do? What did I get myself into? Like, but then, okay, they bought into the lie. They bought into the sin. They didn't just dishonor God or disobey God. They took things into their own hands. They took this life and they decided to do it their way. Like God had everything laid out in front of them, and then they said, well, we'll do it our way. But then there's another part. They didn't just take the fruit. They didn't just disobey God. Then they hid. Then they hid in the garden. You remember that part? They hid. How many of you ever had anything that you thought, well, no one will know. I'll handle this. And we take things into our own hands. Like, I know I'm guilty. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else? Like you think, okay, like this is where for me where it started. Like, no one's gonna know, and so it's not gonna be a big deal. Like, it's okay. Like, drinking was my thing. Like, no one's gonna know if I'm going out drinking at this place, and then like, no one's gonna know, but God knows. Like, I don't think we realize how transparent we actually are. So anyway, and then at that point, life takes a turn. And that perfect garden, that life that God has laid out in front of us, we take things in our own hands and we try to do things our own way. And it gets messy sometimes. it gets rough. We make decisions that are based on nothing. We don't seek out God. Instead, we hide. We take things in our own hands. That's the biggest deal. We take things in our own hands. And that's the part I took away from that story. And see, it's something that God showed me is that story, it's not just a story that has happened. It's a story that's happening every single day. Like, we have this life that God has given us, and every single day we're faced with something. We're faced with some kind of temptation. And there's times we get deceived. There's times when we take the bait. We buy the lie. And then so we take this turn down this road that, man, it gets destructive. Or it kind of cruises on okay, and we think, well, it's okay, nobody knows. But what we don't realize is that we're killing ourselves. But it doesn't have to be that way. So in this dream, in this vision that God placed in me one night, I fought with it because I didn't understand it. I didn't know what was going on. It didn't make sense to me. And so I prayed for God to show me this. And one day it just downloaded. It was almost more than I could take. Like, it hit me hard. And it means a lot to me. It meant a lot to me. And that's my thing is like, I want to show you what took place in this dream, and hopefully it'll speak to you as well. See, what God showed me was God gave us life. And so if this bottle was to represent what God gave us, and in it is not just life, it's His will, it's His love, it's His mercy, it's His grace, it's His peace. It's that perfect life. And so He pours into us. He starts to pour into us, and everything's good. We start filling up. But see, there's some issues. I don't know if you can see it or not. But see, the glass is leaking. The glass represents us. It's that moment we decide to take things into our own hands. It's that addiction that we refuse to address. Man, we don't believe it, but those cigarettes are killing you. I smoked for years, and I hid it. I'd smoke at work a lot. But see, God pours into us, but we have issues that we refuse to take care of. We have issues that we refuse to address. And so what happens is we take this life and we go about our day-to-day life or whatever, and what we think we've got under control, we're actually making this huge mess because we've got issues. It's okay. Nobody knows. But what we don't realize is we're making a much bigger mess. We're making a mess throughout our families, throughout the ones. We're spilling out on people all around us. See, the alcohol, you know that you can't just go have a drink. You know you can't just go have 2 drinks, because 2 is going to turn into 10, and then a couple of hours with your buddies at the bar turns out till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then you're driving home and you're putting other people's lives in jeopardy. I drive to Dallas every day, and I've got this good friend. He's a police officer in Arlington, and he always says nothing good happens after 2 o'clock. Nothing good happens after 2 o'clock. I have to be at work at 3 a.m. in Irving, and so I pass through Dallas every day, and I can guarantee you every single morning, especially on Friday morning and Saturday morning, there is going to be an accident. I have to plan ahead to get to work on time because I know there's going to be an accident just waiting for me to get backed up in traffic. Every morning. There's an accident every morning. I can guarantee it. And so, see, what we don't realize is what we think is okay is not okay. Just because it didn't kill Eve immediately, the fruit still brought on death. The fruit still brought on death. See, you don't believe that the cigarette's going to kill you because when you light it up and you smoke it, it doesn't kill you right away. But it's killing you. The alcohol is killing you. But we don't believe it. We're living in this lie, this unbelief. We don't believe it. The pornography that you think your wife doesn't know about, or your spouse or your girlfriend, so you think no one's going to know, but it's destroying you. It's placing curse after curse after curse over you. And it's destroying you, and it's going to take away your family. Because it's turning you into something that you're not created to be. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is that we have. But we've all got these issues. We've all got flaws. We've all got something. But see, here's the deal. God can keep trying to pour into us, and we can keep seeking. But until we address these issues, if we keep hiding the things that are killing us, if we keep ignoring the issue and ignoring what's killing us, we keep pushing it back, until we address it, we're never going to make any progress. But see, there's this Savior. His name is Jesus. And he comes and he dies on the cross and he pays this price, and he restores this place in the garden. And he begins to pour into us. And see, and if we seek out, if we really want change, see, Jesus provided the way. And he can fill us all the way up. We don't have to live in this broken, beat down state. We don't have to. I fought with this message so much because it's so serious. I don't like to be serious. I like to joke around. I like to have fun. I like to keep it light. That's just who I am. I don't like to be serious. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm not serious enough. It's just not me. But see, like, I've got friends and I've got family that is letting these lies completely destroy them and their family. We see it all the time. We've all got someone. If it's not us, it's someone that we know, right? Maybe it's depression. Maybe we know we're depressed, and when we get alone, this is mine. When I get alone, man, I'll let that demon talk to me, and it's bad. I let the devil start talking to me. And next thing you know, I'm like the most depressed man in the world. And I don't like to be depressed. I like to be up and encouraging. I like to be happy. I would think everybody does. Like, that battle with depression, like, God can take that away. Jesus can take that away. That's why Jesus died on the cross. Jesus gave us that power back. And if you've got depression, speak against it. When you start feeling that lie creep in, tell it, nope, you're not talking to me today. And I say the same things over and over. fear. Fear, you have control over fear. You realize that. Fear is powerless until you give it power. Like, I don't know what it is the fear is, but fear, I mean, it leads to everything. Anxiety, whatever. you know what it leads to. You see, we have power over it. See, this glass is still full. Jesus does not waver. He gives us that power. We have the power in Him. You see where I'm going? Do you see the picture? See, there's this huge mess over here. And until we take control over these issues that we refuse to address, like our lives, it's not going to be any different. It's not going to change. That same turmoil is going to keep coming up. It's going to keep happening. And it's rough. It's rough. It can be hard, but it doesn't have to be that way. Is God talking to you at all? Do you feel like what God's telling you? You know what it is. Maybe it's lust. Maybe it's alcohol. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's nothing major. Maybe it's just, God's telling you to do something and you refuse to do it. That's where that fear, you have control over that fear. I was scared to death to do this message. I was scared to death. I had this fear because, I let the devil talk to me. I didn't feel like anybody would get it. I didn't think it'd mean anything. It's something that means something to me. It's something that God showed me. Until I patch up some holes in my life, nothing else is going to change. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to get any better. God can keep pouring into me, but until I start patching up some holes and addressing some issues, nothing's going to change. Maybe you just need to spend more time with God. Like the pursuit of God is so strong, it's so powerful. And I feel like we just don't believe that if we seek God that anything will happen. Just like we don't believe that the cigarettes are going to kill you. You don't believe that the alcohol is going to kill you. See, we're living in this lie of unbelief. Why is that? Why have we bought into this lie so deep? I don't know. I was joking earlier that this may be the shortest message ever. And it's possible because it's that simple. It's that simple. And it doesn't take a 30-minute or a 45-minute or a series to get it. Like, it's that simple. Like, we've all got issues. It doesn't mean you're any worse than anybody else. It just means you don't have to live that way. When things are going good, it's good, right? And then when it hits the fan, you're like, golly, how did I get here? What the heck happened? Do you relate at all? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to ask some of the leaders to come. And man, if you've got something, don't be afraid to reach out. Like, we've got some amazing prayer warriors in this place. And so if you've got something and you need to reach out and you need prayer, let us pray over you. Let us pray over whatever it is you need. Don't be afraid. It's okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and ask the leaders to come down here. And if you've got something, like, I don't know if we can dim these lights a little bit, but if we can dim the lights a little bit, we'll dim the lights, you know, we're not here to point you out or anything, but like, if you've got something, man, let go. Let it go. God wants to fill you up. God wants to take this life and restore this perfect peace, this perfect unity with God that we once had in the garden. Like, you don't have to buy into the lie. You don't have to live in that lie anymore. You don't have to. It's okay. Step out of it. Let God take control. Let God take that. See, we can keep spilling out and making this huge mess all over our friends, all over our family, and leaving behind this trail of destruction. Or we can address the issues. You don't even have to come down here. If you need to get alone with God right now, I mean, we've got rooms on the side. Find a place in the seat. It doesn't matter. It's okay. But God loves you. He loves us. He loves us. And He wants to help you. Like, it's okay. Let it go. Let God have it.